Welcome to the Digital I Ching Library Companion playlist. This is Hexagram 5, Waiting. If you have questions on the application, language, or terms in this material, watch Introduction Part 1 and Part 2 of the series. The story or theme of this hexagram is the pause before the next phase. It's the divine gift that allows us space to breathe between moments in life. Line 1 is the peaceful wait, the meadow far away from trouble that arrives. Line 2 is about the shifting sands of a shaky foundation that brings anxiety that comes with waiting. Line 3 is about being on the vulnerable edge, the muddy muck of poor circumstances that makes us vulnerable while waiting. Line 4 is the bloodied environment, the critical need to retreat from bad circumstances to find a more nourishing place to wait. Line 5 is the peaceful feast, the abundance of patience and nourishment in a time of waiting. Line 6 is the unexpected arrival of help, and the wait time finally resolves. When performing a digital draw and receiving this hexagram acts like the stillness between breaths that you take every day. It's the phase between the plan and the result. Think of it like a program that's loading on your computer, the silence before the storm, or preparing for something soon to arrive. This is a calculated and strategic waiting period that you need to take advantage of. Your environment or the world is slowly catching up to your progress. Understand that the hexagram of waiting is not a delay, a blockage, or a barrier. You're being given breathing room to prepare for what comes next in life, and you need to take advantage of that fact before you progress. It's about strengthening yourself to the point where you're absolutely ready for the next stage of your endeavor before it ever arrives. This is about proper timing, fortification, having faith in the cycle of progress, and staying light while under pressure as you get yourself prepared. If you decided to take action and let impatience rule your thinking, you'll regret having acted before the proper time. The judgment of Hexagram 5 states, waiting. If you're sincere, you have light and success. Perseverance brings good fortune. It furthers one to cross the great water. If you remain sincere or true to yourself, having light within, you have success as opposed to acting on impulse and worrying about your results constantly. This is about having hope, having the light, instead of choosing disappointment or worry during the time of waiting. You need ironclad resolve to see yourself through this temporary holding pattern of life. Don't jump the gun and attempt to prematurely act before the correct time. Once the waiting period is over, you can cross the great water and proceed on your endeavor as you normally would. The image of Hexagram 5 states, clouds rise up to heaven, the image of waiting. Thus the superior one eats and drinks, is joyous and of good cheer. Perseverance furthers replenishing, strengthening yourself, and fortifying your foundations to steel your resolve. Treat the future or the result that you're working towards as if it's an absolute certainty. When you're of good cheer, you signal your faith to the universe and the outcome that you want is actually arriving. When it says eating and drinking here, it pertains to do everything necessary to build up your strength when the time is finally right to make your move and to cross the great water. A changing line 1, waiting in the meadow. It furthers one to abide in what endures. No blame. This line is talking about making the most of your peaceful environment while you wait with your conviction. The environment around your endeavor will eventually catch up with you and cause you to wait, but it's at a greater distance away right now. Keep things simple and maintain your life as it is, your routines that is, until the time comes when the waiting time is over. To abide in what endures means not to waste your strength prematurely and setting out on a new course or trying to change the impending wait time. Continue to do the work that you need to. If you're consulting the I Ching before bedtime, before lucid dreaming or astral travel, in dream imagery, the meadow is a calm and open and vast landscape. It's a place of high visibility which has access to the open air and the sun. Take care that you're out in the open as other predators can spot you and your vantage point. A changing line 2, waiting on the sand. There is some gossip. The end brings good fortune. In your current environment, while waiting for things to change and to move forward, tension and shifting foundations will cause irritations at first. The sand of the riverbank is far more unstable and it represents being closer to difficulty during the wait time. Naturally, this is a spot of greater instability and uncertainty. You may have others around you. These could be peers, competitors, or even your own inner critic that may gossip, slander, or have meaningless talk regarding your decisions during the time of waiting. If this talk occurs, Don't engage, don't over-explain, or even explain at all for that matter, and be the better person and let your silence speak for you. There is pressure on all sides right now urging you to act or to do something. Don't. A changing line 3. Waiting in the mud brings about the arrival of the enemy. This line is talking about being in a circumstance or an environment that is full of complication. It invites adversity and difficulty while during the time of waiting. This may be about pushing too far forward on the endeavor, and you're not in a favorable spot as you continue on in that time of waiting, being held back or hindered in some sense. The way forward to be in a more favorable position of waiting is difficult to get to right now. There's no leverage or ability to maneuver like being stuck in the mud. The goal is to get out of this particularly unfavorable situation to find a more stable environment in order to nourish yourself. Mud implies filth and getting into the grit with external complications, predators, or competitors who see your vulnerability and move in to take advantage of you. A changing line 4. Waiting in blood, get out of the pit. You found yourself in an unfavorable and even a hostile environment where waiting is very difficult. Anything is better than sticking around within these circumstances. Find stability quick and retreat while you can. The environment is not favorable at all for your nourishment. Move towards safer ground. This line implies that the energetic environment is so unhealthy. Bad actors, noxious circumstances, or unsafe conditions during the waiting period will hinder you from being ready when the next phase comes. The Oracle is telling you literally anything is better than this and where you are right now. Prioritize your health and safety. It's not a good place to be at all. Don't stick around and argue or try to fix the circumstances that you're in. Just get out of it. Find the fastest exit. Once you're out, then begin nourishing yourself and preparing for the next phase of life. Blood is about severity, criticality, and injury. Life source energy is being lost in this situation. A changing line 5. Waiting at meat and drink. Perseverance brings good fortune. This line is the ideal environment and condition to strengthen and prepare yourself during the time of waiting. This is the ideal position of safety and abundance. This is often a space of peace and quiet that rejuvenates one physically, intellectually, emotionally, and spiritually. Inner peace right now is needed to succeed once the waiting period is over. Right now, you should take every advantage that you can in this environment in order to prepare and revitalize yourself without any kind of apology. This is the line of immediate self-care. Do not plunge into anxiety or fear over what is to come next. You must allow yourself to rest while you can in every possible way. A changing line 6. One falls into the pit. 3 uninvited guests arrive. Honor them, and in the end, there will be good fortune. Similar to line 4, this is a time to embrace the unorthodox in order to see yourself through current difficulties in your time of waiting. You're at the mercy of your current environment at the moment. Instead of being prepared, you are thrust into difficulty without any kind of preparation, but not all is lost. While it seems all hope is lost, you're being sent help in the most unexpected and unpredictable ways to see you through a difficult time while you wait. The help looks like disruptions, unwelcome interruptions, detours, simple annoyances, or even sometimes outright destruction. Each of these things, should you recognize it, is actually a miracle sent by the universe to prevent greater catastrophe from occurring. These unwelcome guests are actually your salvation. When consulting the I Ching before bed in order to lucid dream, the dream imagery of a pit is often a sign of trouble, suffocation, or entrapment. Contemplation over what it is in your life circumstance right now that you feel entrapped by may breed the solution the next day. If you have general questions, would like to contribute insight on this material for future content, have a request on something that you'd like to learn next, or would like a free consultation for interpreting this specific material or material from a previous I Ching reading that you've received, reach out to oracleodysseyinquiry@gmail.com.